It's Christmas, and you gotta love a Christmas tree that has a remote.
What?
Will Santa get to you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What are you doing?
Doing my nails.
On Christmas.
Too cheap to go get them done.
Well, you
I'm doing them myself.
You got a nail card for Christmas. What? Will you save it? Oh, look at Vita as a puppy. What do you got? Did Santa bring that to you? Bring him to me. What do you got? Is that Dodo? Give me that. Give me that. Oh, give it to me. You better give me that. You like your toy? Where's Saturn? What did Santa bring Saturn? Let's go see. Where is she? Saturn, what did Santa bring you? Did he bring you a duck? He bring you a duck? Is that what that is? Good girl. Y'all were good this year. Vita, you're jealous. Good dogs. Good girl. Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to the Speedy's Garage YouTube channel, Christmas edition. The first thing I want to do is wish you all and your families a very Merry Christmas for 2020. Santa was great to us. I hope he was good to you guys as well. Go Man Go actually got a present under the tree. And so rather than open it, I saved it so I could open it with you guys and you could see what he got. It just said, to Go Man Go from Santa. See? Says so right there. And Go Man Go did really good for 2020. I finally met my goal of running 10-0 in any weather. And with these cars, it's important to actually have a goal so you know what target you're shooting for. So you've heard me say it, 10-0, any weather. Well, this year we ran 10-0s in 4000 DA at Clay City, Kentucky in the MSHS race there. Then at Challenger Fest and Mo Party, we ran some more 10-0s. Actually took some power out because we were spinning off the line a little bit. Through a little trick that Mike from OST Dyno showed me, and we ran 980s. So took out about 100 horsepower and went faster. So that was kind of eye-opening for me. So 2021, we're gonna make a couple of small changes. It's making plenty of power. Don't really plan on adding more horsepower to the car. We're gonna start playing with some different fuels, maybe some E85, so stay tuned for that. But the biggest thing I wanna focus on is getting it off the line without being frustrated if track conditions aren't exactly the way I want them to be. So stay tuned, you're gonna see some changes to Go Man Go coming up. Well, that's enough of that. For now, let's get to what Santa brought us. Let's see, some more boxes. Oh, got an AAD All Angel Design logo on them. That should be a hit. Oh, wow. Man, these things are packaged beautifully. Got some paperwork, decal, nice foam packaging to protect everything. Look at that, color instructions. Adjustable rear upper control arms, and look at these things. Jewelry. It's a shame they're actually going to be hidden under the car. I mean, look at the quality. Billet, CNC machine control arms will be extremely strong. Nice firm bushings to firm everything up. And you notice these tabs. Well, that's kind of the trick to the whole, or the magic to the whole setup. And I'll tell you more about that in a minute. For now, let's look at the quality of these things. Look at that, wow. Not very heavy, but you can tell they're beefy. I know very little about suspension, so I've got some learning to do. Came with a bunch of different size tabs that are numbered. I'll have to kind of figure out how the numbers correspond. Maybe, if I had to guess, it's millimeters. So there's one side here, very well packaged to keep them protected. I like the foam cutouts. Let's see. And yeah, so that's going to work out real nice. It even includes a tube of lube, presumably for the bushings, I think, but we'll have to see what that's actually for. All right, let's see what's in this box if I can do it one-handed. There we go. Rear lower trailing arms. There's that. Nice joint. Sleeved on the other end, because these are billet aluminum, so it's got a steel sleeve in there. Presume it's steel. I love how they machined out areas to make them strong, so you got some kind of webbing, but they're super lightweight for as beefy as they are. There's that. Let's see what's in the other box. There should be two of these in here actually. Let's double check and make sure. Yep, there's two. All right, final box. Adjustable rear toe links. So we got the complete drag pack kit is what this is. So the toe link's a two-piece, bushing on one end. There's your hex bolts for adjustments. And I believe that's Durlin on the other end for that bushing. And again, it's got the webbing in it. Super quality pieces. I mean, these things are gorgeous. And this fits together like that. Probably some hardware in the box, and there is some tabs. Should be another one down here, and there is a couple of bolts with locking nylon nuts. I assume that's nylon. This is orange. Might be stronger than nylon. Usually nylon though. The rest of the hardware that we're going to need. Looks like some clips probably for ABS lines, I have to guess. That's what those are going to be for. So the kits are complete. I like that everything has a place in the foam, because whoever packages it knows when it's in the box. So there's some more tabs to adjust the toe links. Yeah. Super nice. So they got Spheriflex technology. That must be something unique to that bushing right there. Get you a close-up shot of that. So super high quality. Go Man Go must have been really good this year for Santa to have left this for him. So again, this is the All Angles Design Drag Pack Kit. It's the adjustable rear upper control arms. It is the lower trailing arms for strength, and it is the adjustable toe links. And what this should allow me to do is dial in the alignment for both the street and the strip and improve that 60 foot. And Parker and Zach actually attended Challenger Fest this year with their display, so I got to go over and talk to them about their product and kind of see it laid out in a subframe from a Challenger. Here's what it looks like. All right, so we're at All Angle Design with Parker, last name Bender, and he actually makes metal pieces for our modern Hemis. I've been having trouble with my 60 foot, so I'm going to talk to him about what we might be able to do to solve that. They make these, I don't even know what they are, control arms?
Yep.
Tell me about it.
Yeah, so our control arms, like when you're adjusting your suspension for the track, we'll actually, a lot of times these guys will set a little bit half a degree or 20 degrees positive. Okay. And
so when you launch and the car squats, it pulls them in.
Squares it up and you get a flat contact patch. But the cool thing about how we're doing it, instead of how other people do things, is that we use these laser cut adjustment tabs. And so you can change your suspension settings at the track, and you know exactly where it's going to be. It's repeatable. Okay. And you're also not launching 800, 1,000, 1,200 horsepower on threads. Okay. Instead, you've got a good bolted joint shear that's, you know, tabbed in, and
I see.
Yeah. Yeah, and well, it's especially on these modern Mopars, they've got this angle too. So you put a threaded adjustment. Not only are you launching on threads, you're blowing those threads sideways.
Yeah.
You know, but so anyway, we know how much each millimeter of adjustment in this tab moves your car.
Your angle.
Yeah. So all you do is you get your parts out of the box, bolt it in, go get the alignment shot. You don't even have to touch it. You just get the numbers, and then write down on your sheet. You know, these are my numbers with the stock. You know, plus 2 tabs in it, and then I can go and give you a whole list.
So you guys provide the recommendation of how to get it flat?
We do that with a lot of customers. Otherwise, like on our rears, a 1 millimeter adjustment moves about 0.24 degrees.
Okay.
And so if you get your alignment shot and you're at a 1 degree negative or whatever, then if you want to go to 0, you just put 4 millimeter longer tabs in it and you're at 0. Or you put 5s or 4.5s and you're a little past, whatever, and you're in it. But the cool thing then is, for a guy like you, if you might drive it to the strip instead of trailering it, when you switch back to your street tires, you can switch back to your other tabs and now your car handles down the road.
Okay. How hard is it to change the tabs out?
It takes longer to pull the wheels and tires than it does to change it. You back this one off just so it's loose.
Okay.
Pull this one bolt out. If we had our wrenches sitting here, that wouldn't be a bad display thing to do. And then you just put the other tab in. You slide it in and out. If your car's on jack stands, you just put your jack underneath your knuckle, and it will squeeze it in. And otherwise, we actually just take a little screwdriver if you need to move out, just bring it out a little bit.
And of course, this is all billet.
Yes.
All billet. And they're anodized black, or there are options for colors?
We do send some out to Billet Technology, and they will run it through their normal stuff when they get to it and make it a color. So it matches all your other stuff for show car stuff. That takes a little bit of time, but we've done quite a few of those.
But it's an option if a customer
It is an option.
I'd just probably get black, because that's kind of what I would do. But if somebody wanted, it's an option there.
But yeah, and we make everything ourselves in Kansas City at our shop. You know, this is all aluminum. When we have other stuff like on these fronts, we've got these tapered shafts or these spherical bearings. We make all that stuff too, and all the stuff that's not aluminum is stainless, because cars sometimes live outside. We don't want them rusted out.
Yeah.
So the tabs are stainless, all that stuff.
Awesome, man. I appreciate the education. You guys have like a kit, right? A drag?
Yes, our drag pack is our rear uppers, rear toe links, and lower trailing arm.
That's what I'm probably going to need. Now, on average, I don't know if you probably everything's different. There's tons of variables. But do you guys have an idea of what a customer can expect in terms of improvement?
A lot of times we see about 0.1 or 0.15 on a 60. Again, it's
thousands of variables.
So much. It's so hard, because people love to ask, well, what's this going to give me? And it's like,
are you running street tires? Are you running slick?
Yeah. What's the DA?
Are you doing no prep? Are you doing prep?
Have you been driving for a week or your whole life? All this stuff.
Gotcha. That's cool, man. Well, let's see what they kind of tell us about it.
Absolutely.
Thanks, man.
Have a good one.
So the very unique thing about this setup are the tabs, like I mentioned. So they're marked with some indentions, so you know the size of the tab that you're using. And I've done some preliminary research on these. I haven't done 100% yet to understand completely how it all works, but the premise of it is that the tabs are all the same. They're exactly the same size, exactly the same shape, and they are machined to precisely fit into the control arm they're meant to be a part of. And what moves is the hole itself. So it'll move a millimeter or millimeter one way or the other, and it impacts the alignment spec by about a quarter of a degree, I believe, maybe 20.22 degrees or 0.25 degrees. And so the idea is they send it to you with tabs pre-installed that should get you very, very close to the factory alignment. So what I'll do is I'll get these installed on the car, I'll run up and have the alignment checked, see where it is, and then from there, if it's within factory spec, I know I'm good to go, but if it's not for some reason, then I've got additional tabs that I can use, and I know where it started, I know what each tab is meant to do, and I can install those tabs to get it to factory spec. Once I have that, I can mark them, put them in a container or whatever, or a baggie, and then I can put tabs in for the drag strip. So on the street, you get a little bit of negative camber where the rear tires lean in a little bit for handling and cornering and things of that nature. The toe is set a certain way, and there's a couple other, again, I'm not a suspension expert. I'm gonna learn as much as I can about it as I get this kit installed. But what I know so far is the toe and all of those settings, they matter, and they matter quite a bit at the drag strip. If you saw my last outing at the drag strip with the car, I'll link to that to the top. I had major traction problems, and honestly, I'm just tired of spending the time and effort to go to the drag strip and being at the mercy of track prep. If the track isn't just spot on, this car makes too much horsepower, and I'm running a 305/35 tire. It's making too much horsepower to fight with the track if the track prep isn't just right. It spins off the line, and the run is basically ruined. I'll go from running a 9.8 to a 10.1 or a 10.2, and that's a huge difference, and it's all in the 60 foot. For my car to run in the 9s, I need a 151 or better 60 foot, and honestly, 151 isn't even that great. That's just so-so. The Demons, and you see in some of the super stocks and maybe some of the red eyes with a good tire on them, they are able to get a little bit wider tire because of the flares that are on there. And so with like a 315 tire, they're seeing like 141 60 foots. I've seen Demons in the 135s. If I could get this car down in the low 14s, it will make a huge difference on the overall ET. So based on what I've seen with this car, for every 10th I can shave on the 60 foot, I see 1.8 on the big end. So, or I should say 0.18 on the big end. So almost 2/10. So you go from running a 10.0 at a 1.6 60 foot. If I get down to a 1.5 60 foot, that's going to be what, a 982? So it's a big difference. Now if I can shave that 1.51 60 foot down to a 141 or 142, we should be getting in the 9.6 range, 9.5 range maybe. And so, you know, I've already met my goal. 10.0 in any weather. We're able to do that easily now. What I really want to do is continue to optimize the car. I don't want to have to lean on it real hard with the tune to make up for the 60 foot. You know, I can take power out down low and then add a bunch of timing in up top to try to make up for it, but really you're just going to see an increase in mile per hour. The car's already trapping in bad weather, like 138 mile an hour, in good weather between 140 and 141. That's pretty dang quick in 10 seconds. So the car's making all the horsepower that I really want it to make for now. It's still enjoyable on the street, which is primarily where I use it. I just want to optimize it for the track so that when I show up to a race, I know I can use the same driving format. I don't have to overthink it. There's a lot going on in a car when you're in the drag strip. You got to make sure you're in the right mode. You got to watch the tree. You got to stage and do all of that. I don't want to have to be also thinking about what's the track prep going to be like. Am I going to have to ease on the gas, let it roll 10 feet, and then go to the rest of the way to the floor with it? I just want to be able to use the same format where I pull up, foot brake, bring the RPMs up to about 1200 or so, lights drop, and I can just mat it, and I'll have the best opportunity for traction that I can get. So back to the alignment. On the street, you got negative camber, so your rear tires they're just leaning in a degree and a half, 2 degrees. Well, on the drag strip, you want as much traction, as much compound of your tire touching the track. So what you want to do is you want to ease that back out so that the tire is square or flat to the surface. And then you got to consider that it's going to squat when you launch it, right? So now you might want to even take it 1/4 of a degree or maybe a 1/2 degree positive camber, so that when it's on the power and the car squats down and the tires come in, because that's what will happen as the suspension moves, now you're flat, down the track you go, and hopefully you get some good traction. Now this is a really good solution. You can get into some expensive adjustable shocks and coilovers and things of that nature. I want to try this first because I want to keep the rest of the car driving like it always does on the street. I like the handling. I like the suspension is firm, but it's not jarring. I don't want it to get soft and floaty feeling because I really enjoy the car the way it is, and I spend most of my time on the street. I'm just tired of being frustrated at the track. If you saw that last video, you know, it's effort to get to the track. We spent 3 or 4 hours there, only got 2 passes, and I spun on both of them, so it was a very frustrating day. Now, blessed to be able to get out and go to the drag strip. Any day at the drag strip's better than, you know, at work or sitting around twiddling your thumbs. So I'm not complaining, I just want the car to perform consistently, and this suspension should go a long way to making that happen. So that's it for today. I just want to give you a short video, show you what Santa left for Go Man Go. Stay tuned, because in an upcoming video, I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna install this stuff. We'll go through the alignment process as I learn. I'll share it with you guys so you guys can learn too. I hope you enjoyed it. Please give it a thumbs up if you did. Be sure to check us out on Instagram. It's @Speedys_garage, as well as our website, www.speedysgarage.net. Hopefully, I'll see you out there. Have a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.